Well, Mary picked up the baton and carried it to its end. It is 9:41. Welcome back to Great Day. Busy show here today, man.
Yeah.
And we welcome to the desk Eric Omscheid from Des Moines Performing Arts. We are talking about things that are going on because we're talking busy.
It's a busy spring, as it always is, but it's a lot of good stuff coming up this week and the next few weeks.
Now we have to dress like we're dressed or like you to go to some.
I've got to up my game when I see you're coming.
I know, he always looks so good.
You know what? You're dressed just fine.
Are we?
People come in jeans, people come in shorts, people come in tuxedos. Absolutely.
All right.
Any apparel is okay for us.
All right, so what are we talking about going to see?
So, in a few weeks we have The Lion King, but before that, we have a great show called The Basement Tapes Project. This is the Howard Fishman Quartet on Thursday night at the Temple Theater. It's Bob Dylan and the band recorded the underground basement tapes in 1967, and they were never released. So there were bootleg copies floating all over the internet and over the country, but this was actually never officially released until 2014.
Oh.
So Howard Fishman and his quartet take a play on the Bob Dylan basement tapes, and they call it the Basement Tapes Project.
Really?
So
That could be kind of cool. Do they sing like, "Hey, how you doing"?
They're not trying to impersonate Bill.
You can
Dylan.
understand them then.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, absolutely. They're
the
not trying to
lyrics.
like totally replicate Dylan's work. They're really trying to kind of pay tribute to it and kind of use that as inspiration.
Well, that's good.
So the music is known if you're a Bob Dylan fan, but it's a kind of a new take on it.
Yeah, if you're a real Bob Dylan fan, you'll hear some of the songs and you go, "That's what he was saying."
Right. All along,
That's what he was saying. Okay,
And
so
the,
it could be
the
ahead.
Temple Theater, a great, an intimate, and wonderful space to listen to music.
Absolutely. It's only 300 seats, and it's, I think, one of the best listening rooms for music in the city. It's really wonderful.
Wonderful. So that's right around the corner. What else is
And then
coming
on
up?
Saturday, we have Complexions Contemporary Ballet Company,
Okay.
Founded and created by two former dancers of Alvin Ailey Dance Company. And they're going to do a program that includes multiple pieces, but capstoning the whole program is going to be a program called Inner Visions,
Okay.
which is set to the music of Stevie Wonder.
Ooh.
So a little music that you'll know and recognize and really contemporary sounds, and they also use this kind of contemporary ballet movement and really accessible and fun. So it's not too stuffy, it's not too, that's Inner Visions that we're looking at right now actually. It's not too stuffy and not too dry at all. It's very accessible and fun and a lot of athletic movement on stage.
These people are so ripped. Look at that.
Absolutely.
Unreal.
Probably the best
Absolutely
athletes
beautiful.
in the world.
Yeah, I agree.
What's great about the dance series is that tickets start at $15.
That's it?
So anywhere, absolutely. So if you have an interest in dance or you're not quite sure if it's for you, it's only a $15 risk to give it a try and see if this is something that maybe whet your appetite for the future as well.
And how fun to incorporate Stevie Wonder music.
Absolutely.
As well.
Yeah. It's the two guys that lead the company are really genius artists, and they have a long creative history together back from when they were dancing together in Alvin Ailey, but really are wonderful creators.
Wonderful. Okay.
And then
other big stuff coming up.
And then next week, Tuesday, we open a show called Sex Tips for Straight Women from a Gay Man.
It is hilarious.
Well,
It is
that's a long
hilarious.
title.
It is a very long
Sex
title.
tips.
Larry.
What is this now?
Sex Tips for Straight Women from a Gay Man.
All right.
So you're getting exactly what the title says.
Evidently, they talk a lot about potassium.
Absolutely, lots about potassium and bachelorette parties. No, it's really a fun show in the sense that it's based off of a book, and we are actually the very first stop on the national tour.
Oh,
Really?
great.
Yeah, they opened last season in New York City, and we are the first city outside of New York that's playing this show. And we're really excited to be working with the producers on this because it's a really fantastic show. Yes, there is conversation about sex. I think in the title we would know that.
Right.
And so there, if that's something that makes you uncomfortable, probably not the show for you.
But it's obviously a hot ticket in town.
It is. We just added 3 performances because this next week's run is nearly sold out.
Nice.
So we are adding a second weekend of performances for the weekend following. So if this is of interest, I would encourage people to act quickly because tickets are going leave fast for it.
It's so much fun. I saw it off Broadway, and it is hilarious. You have to go see it.
Yeah, yes. We'll leave it at that. There's
You
lots
don't want to get into too many details. It's too early in the morning.
Yes.
But you're going to absolutely love it.
Well, if these guys are sticking around for an extra week, are you going to bring them over to visit?
Maybe we can.
Maybe
we'll
you
have
can.
to. We'll have to work with their management.
Okay.
and
Give us
see.
some tips.
Yeah, some early morning tips.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoops.
And then the week right after that, we opened Disney's The Lion King. 3 weeks of this fantastic musical. It's one of my personal favorite musicals of all time, and it's a really grand spectacle. It tells, of course, the story based from the 1996 film that I think we all know. And I was talking to young people about this show because we were doing this big education project around it.
Oh, nice.
And we're trying to make it relevant for them, and we kind of were thinking about it's the Frozen of its day, really. Like
True, it is.
everybody,
That's what you have to say, right?
everybody knew The Lion King and every piece of music.
true.
And the stage adaptation came quickly after the film came out, and it's really one of the best touring shows across North America and the world. It's really quite spectacular.
It's beautiful.
The puppeteering and the costumes alone are worth going to see this show. But I didn't see it last time it was in town.
Oh, wow.
I wasn't in the area, but I'm still dying to see how, because the Des Moines Performing Arts Civic Center can pull off some incredible shows in that space. But this is one where some things happen that I'm like, how is this going to happen in the
Absolutely.
auditorium?
Well, what's fun is that we actually do some modifications to the seating.
Right.
We create aisles so that massive procession at the top of the show, that scene where all of the animals are gathering
Right.
for the birth of Simba actually happens among the people, and animals are processing through the aisles.
Yeah.
And
Really?
It'll leave you speechless. It's incredible.
The visuals are spectacular. They won 6 Tony Awards for the musical when it came out in 1998, including direction, costumes, choreography. It's really a spectacular spectacle.
And still running on Broadway. So if you're always wondering, like, how could I ever get to Broadway? It's too expensive. I just can't do it with the entire family. Now you can do it right here in your very own backyard in Des Moines.
So that's 3 weeks starting on April 28th. And tickets for that start at $30. Although I can't guarantee at this very moment there are any $30 seats left, because again, for the Lion King, seats are going very, very quickly. Our weekend performances are mostly sold out, and it's going to be a very hot ticket to get.
There you go. I can't wait to see how many rigs it takes to get all the equipment here. It's got to be massive.
It's many semis, and they send a couple actually in advance. So our tech team will be working a full week prior to the show actually getting here. What they call leapfrog, where they'll bring some of the set pieces and the stage deck. They have 2 versions of it, and they'll leapfrog and put that in a week before the show actually starts, so they can get the show in time to open on a Wednesday
That is
night.
amazing. That's
Wow.
a big show when you know you got to do that.
It's a very big show.
That's great.
Well, and then I would just say on May 1st, during the run of The Lion King, we have another show over at the Temple Theater called The Good Lovelies. They're a Canadian folk group that's coming out with a brand new album, and they're 3 harmonious voices, and they're beautiful young women and sound wonderful.
Wow.
So that's what's coming up in
So
the next few
besides that,
weeks.
nothing
Big
going on.
spring.
I know.
Nothing going on. All right. There we go.
A
Take
very
a look at
big
them.
spring. Wow.
So DesMoinesPerformingArts.org for all information, tickets, videos, everything that you think you wanted to needed to know about the shows.
All right.
There it is. Perfect. So excellent. So you're going to be busy in the month of April.
And yeah, we have so much more fun stuff to still announce for next season as well.
Nice.
Excellent. Thanks for coming in, man.
Thank you so very much.
It is
you.
9:49. We'll be right back. Jackie will tell you about all the great things happening today in town when we come back, and also we'll take a look and see who's celebrating birthdays on the 7th of April.